hate puppies. Good podcast.
I feel threatened.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what beer you should be drinking this next week or this. Off to a hot start. Troy, you know what I was just thinking about?
I was wondering where Stu was with his one-liner.
I think we need a new intro.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I feel like we're lying to people.
True.
You hear three different voices.
Yep.
And there's clearly not three people dedicated to doing this show.
Remember when there was a third mic who wanted to be on the picture on our Facebook page and we never got around to it?
Yeah, hindsight nailed it.
Well, that probably needs to be updated. We need to change a lot of things.
Like, it's getting to the point if we're just going to keep doing this, we should just admit what we are.
Yeah.
Just two
We're the
lonely
two-man
spinsters.
Yeah.
Because there used to be a list, and you'd be
Oh, man.
like, sorry guys, like, we're just gonna stick with this three.
Oh, yeah. We only have 6 mics. Like, we don't have any more inputs.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll share a mic. Like, well, okay, but that's not good. Like, that's not good for the podcast.
We have been reduced to 2 guys
Just 2 dudes.
and 1 cup. Because you don't even have a cup.
I don't have a cup. I got a can.
2 guys, 1 cup.
Oh, that's a good episode name.
It is, but it's an unfortunate episode.
Yeah, it's a little early, too. We'll see if something better comes up. It's a shame. I miss those days.
When we just had way too many people.
Well, when we had options.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, B, you stay there. We're
Yeah.
going to run with A. And
Yeah.
then, A's out. B, you're up. C, you're going to have to stay over there in the wings.
I did think we might have a third mic tonight when I pulled up.
You saw a truck out there?
Yeah. I saw the Bumblebee.
Yeah, the plumber's Jeep.
Week number 2.
The plumber's Jeep's going to stay there for a while, but as a Dolphins fan, there's a very good chance he will show up this weekend to watch the Dolphins pummel my Bears. At which
And
point,
he will not drive the Jeep home.
No, because he won't be able to drive it out of here. In fact, I could guarantee the plumber shows up by taking the Jeep to him.
Yes.
And then he would show up and then the Jeep would still be here.
Exactly.
But then I got to figure out how to get home.
Does that irritate you? That would irritate me.
Having the Jeep out front?
Yeah.
Nah, because I like having a Jeep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He leaves the keys, right?
Yeah, the keys are right there on the bar.
You've been taking it out?
Are the keys on the bar?
These keys?
Those are the ones. Yeah. I keep the keys in the bar in case someone else gets too drunk to drive their car home.
Oh, yeah, science.
And then I just, go, hey, drive the plumber's Jeep.
Always a good sign when you have a Jack Daniel's keychain.
And a flip-flop.
And a flip-flop. So when you get pulled over,
they know.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Have you been drinking? Well, you do have a $10 Jack Daniel's keychain on your...
Have I been drinking? Ask another question.
That's a good one, officer.
Don't play dumb.
Yeah. We all know I've been drinking.
Yeah. How do we want to do this? The easy way or the hard way?
Yeah, we should change our opening. You talked about changing that a while ago, too, because you didn't like how it made you sound.
Well, I don't like that I chose a low point.
Well, and you haven't pulled your threatened card in a while. I think we can move away from that.
Haven't felt threatened.
No.
It's been pretty good.
Objection! Hearsay.
Okay, maybe a little.
Well, unfortunately, if we do change any of these things, it will come down to you and me doing it. So basically, you're saying more work for you and me, mostly you.
Well, I will keep the music bed. I will never.
Of course.
I will never get rid of Taylor Carson Moonshiner as the.
If
bed.
Taylor Carson Moonshiner isn't our opening and closing credits, we won't have a podcast.
Yeah, I love that song. I mean,
yeah.
I love that song. I love that he allowed me to butcher it.
Yes.
To get it to fit and do that. So, but I've got that, so I can put whatever I want over it. I just need some new.
We just need some new tags.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to get rid of "I hate puppies."
Yes, definitely.
And then, yeah, just be you and I.
Whoever that is.
Oh, you don't know that guy?
Vaguely familiar.
Yeah. Nowadays, we just call him the Marine. He's been reduced to nicknames.
Not even returning texts at this point.
Yeah.
He did come by Sunday. I saw him when I was walking out.
Hey, man, you had Popeyes here.
Yeah.
You had brought the Popeyes by.
I think it was a hit.
It was a hit, and I ended up eating 3 pieces of fried chicken late night.
Nice.
Which is always the sign of a good weekend.
Did your girls get a sandwich? I know they wanted a sandwich.
They did.
Nice.
Yeah. And then,
Like 8 hours after I brought them.
and then my eldest was like, they're a lot better fresh. And my youngest had never had one. She was like, this is better than Chick-fil-A? I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Because it is better than Chick-fil-A. And she
Maybe
didn't
this
get it.
Sunday when I come by, even though it's not my day, I'll bring them each a sandwich.
Dude,
and surprise them.
I have been working on a smoked queso dip. Smoked queso is
Interesting.
very difficult to get right. Because
I don't even know if I've ever had it.
here's what most people do. They put a bunch of smoked Gouda in it
Oh, yeah,
to give it the smoked flavor, whereas I refuse to do that. So here's the standard smoked queso dip recipe. Smoked Gouda, fuck ton of Velveeta, and then whatever else you want. Bell peppers, you
Yeah.
put jalapenos and some kind of meat, and they just kind of like go with it. And I've been trying to do smoked queso dip for a while, and like,
Isn't there an artificial smoke you can put in stuff?
yeah, I hate that
Yeah.
stuff. Something about the way that smells. I'd rather just put a little paprika in it because that
Yeah.
kind of like gives you a fake smoked flavor. But the Velveeta, I know people love Velveeta and it's the cornerstone.
I
for
love
Super
Velveeta
Bowl
in all
dips.
dips.
I get it.
Yeah, but that's not queso.
It ain't for me though. Like the smoked queso.
Well, isn't queso supposed to be white?
Yeah, what's that cheese called? That Mexican cheese. I don't even know what it's called, but it's a white.
Oh, okay. Does
It's a white
Velveeta make a
cheese.
version of it, or it's queso, right? Or is there? You're talking brand name? There's a brand name.
No, it's a kind of cheese that white cheese melts down into it.
Okay.
It might be a brand name. I don't know.
I don't cook.
But it renders down into that
Yeah.
thinny goodness.
Yes.
You know? And that stuff is fantastic. But I don't want any more Velveeta in my queso dip, so I've been like trying to like figure it out. I think I finally got it.
In one of your 5 cooking apparatuses out behind your
The smoker.
back porch, the smoker. Well, that would make sense.
Yes, for the smoked queso dip, I use the smoker,
Not the pizza oven,
not the pizza oven. No. But so I ended up
not the pellet cooker. Or no, is that
No,
the
it is the
smoker?
pellet. Yep.
Okay.
but I ended
But
up
that does multiple things, right?
it's actually replaced the 2 Weber kettles.
Oh, wow.
Like it's gotten to the point where why would I waste my time booting this thing up?
So
This
can
thing-
you, are there different pellets you can cook with it? Is that where you get the smoke, the different flavor profiles from?
Yeah, and what I've learned is any electric pellet smoker, no matter what you do, you're not going to over smoke it. So you may as well go with like hickory.
Yeah.
Like go with something smoky.
So is that not as good though as like a real wood fired?
It is not.
Okay.
A stick smoker, like
Yeah.
you can't. If you're throwing chunks of wood in there and you've got the temp dialed in and it's just gasping smoke, that's smoke.
But the pellet smokers are real user friendly.
I mean,
Set it and forget it type
dude,
shit.
you flip a switch. You go, I'd like the temp to be 225. No, let's make it 230 today.
Yeah.
Like you could just set it and forget
And it
it
auto feeds into it
the whole time.
That's awesome.
So you're like, I will literally put a brisket on and go to bed.
Wow.
Wake up in the middle of the night to piss, look at the app, go, yep, 225.
Don't even have to walk down the stairs. You're like,
No.
my app on my phone is transmitting down here to the smoker.
Yeah, and it's telling me that everything is fine. So I'm like, hell yeah.
That's a good technology upgrade there.
It's a huge technology. It used to be that in order to make a brisket for the next day, for when everyone comes over, you'd sit outside and drink beer all night long.
Yeah.
And stare at it.
Or get up in the middle of the night and start it so it'd be done in the afternoon, right?
Then you could only sleep for about 2 hours at a clip and feel comfortable that the temp would hold where you want it.
Yeah.
And I've done that. And that's just,
Sounds brutal.
you're exhausted.
Yeah.
You're exhausted because when you get out there, like you wake up, you're tired. By the time you get outside, you're like looking at it. Now you're fidgeting with it. You get a couple whiffs of smoke. Then it's like, you make an adjustment. Then you got to make sure you didn't over adjust.
So you gotta wait.
You got to wait 10 minutes.
Then if it's like cool outside, you're invigorated. You're like,
Then you're up.
Yeah.
And so every 15-minute trip to the smoker is an hour of awake time.
yeah.
it makes you exhausted the next
And the older you get, I don't know how you are. I just have trouble falling back asleep. Like if I do anything in the middle of the night, like if the lights turn on or I check my phone or anything, like it's hard for me to go back to sleep. Like if I gotta get up in the middle of the night to pee, I better take my ass to the toilet, piss, and go right back in.
I better be back quick. And God forbid if the water I drink is too cold, I'm like, ooh, I'm up.
Yeah.
No, it's horrible. I may as well get up and have coffee.
Yeah.
Is basically where it's gotten. But the pellet smoker is that damn simple. It's fantastic. But as far as dialing in the recipe, I have not been able to figure that out because I don't want Velveeta.
Yeah.
I got it. I finally got it. Basically, you take a block of cheese, you shred it down, then you put a block of cream cheese in there, diced up.
Uh-huh.
And then you add heavy cream.
Oh, the heavy cream is the...
Heavy cream is the trick. And then you can add all the other shit you want, whatever meats.
Heavy cream is so good for so many different things that people don't use it for. Like, I started using it in my coffee back in the day when I was drinking coffee every morning because they were basically saying that, like, the fat in it's better than all, like, the artificial crap that, you know, the half and half stuff. And, like, a little bit of it goes a long way. And it's...
Yeah, because it's heavy-ass cream. Nah, that's the trick. I put half a cup of heavy cream in there, and then I can throw in whatever I want. I made some dip the other night. Damn.
Nice.
I got it.
You gonna make it Sunday?
It's easy enough. I literally could.
That was my next question with the smokers. They're pretty easy to get going.
I mean, you have to push the big button.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 2-step process. Switch.
So it's a lot less work than just your normal drum charcoal grill.
Dude, it's got a glow plug. It dumps pellets on it. The glow plug heats up. It starts. The fan cuts on. Goes. That's the temp.
So that grill is physically plugged in
at all times.
Yeah,
because it gets like updates. All of a sudden, you're like, "Oh, software update."
So and it's tied to your Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think much.
That's awesome.
I mean, you think more than you want to.
Yeah.
Because you think about it. You spend a lot of time on YouTube.
Well, there's still human error, right? Like you could fuck it up. Like the grill's not gonna fuck up. You could fuck the grill up.
And meat doesn't care.
Yes,
it always has a mind of its own. But yeah, I got this dip. I'm pretty psyched.
I gotta try it.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I didn't mean to sit here and talk about dips, but I've been thinking about it for days.
Did you make it Sunday night? Last Sunday?
I made it last Saturday.
Ah.
But this was like a new twist, trying the heavy cream and getting rid of the Velveeta and going cream cheese, and it changed everything.
And then it just infuses during the melting process with the smoke. And then it's hot enough in the smoker to melt to break everything down.
Basically, I just sit there and smoke it really low for a long time, and I've just stepped up to like pellets that are for smoking things that really need smoke.
Yeah,
that works. That's
get extra flavor in it.
Yeah, that seems to work. I haven't gone mesquite. There's only one step left.
Nice. How many different flavor pellets are there?
I use apple, cherry, hickory.
So your typical
mesquite. Those are like the 4 I tend to mess with.
You can tell a big difference?
Not with, that's the thing with the pellet smoker, not that much. So they make these like blends where it's like got some
You could make your own blend.
You could.
You could do an apple hickory.
But I'm finding that I was always like, ooh, I love the sweetness of these fruit woods. Fuck this.
Yeah.
It's a smoker and it's a pellet smoker, so you're not getting a whole lot of smoke. Hickory's pretty much the answer.
Well, and depending on what you're smoking, right? Like it's only going to get into it, but so much. Like that cheese is only going to get so much.
This was the first one where I was like, is that smoke?
Nice.
I think that's smoke. So I think I've got it figured. The Velveeta doesn't take on any smoke. It's got all those chemicals in it. Just push the smoke out. It's like a prophylactic.
It's waxed over. It's like, it's like,
dude,
you're not coming in here.
I feel like my lisp is back. I'm hearing it. I got...
Oh, you got new Invisaligns?
Oh, yeah. Remember that whole debacle where
you thought you were going to get them off, and then they said, what?
They were going to go ahead and veneer me?
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, that's not a good call. And they were like, no, we're just going to pull this front tooth down. I was like, all right, so they're going to have to put, like, nodules on there and pull it down. They didn't put any nodules on it. I was like, we've done this 3 times.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work.
Think they're giving you the runaround?
Yeah. He even made the comment. He goes, the good news is you got the full plan, so we can do this till 2026. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to do it till 2026. I'd rather have one nodule on there in pain for a month.
Yeah.
And just finish the job.
Or stop now. Or just be done with what we've done.
Just be happy where we are. But he's like, He loves that we've got the full plan.
I swear, I think we talked about it now that we mentioned it. I think my dentist office did me like that. They were like, you need the bite guard for when you sleep. I'm like, I don't bite my teeth. I don't grind my teeth. Oh, you wake up every morning and your teeth hurt. I'm like, no, they don't. Well, your insurance covers it, so let's just go ahead and get you fitted. I'm like,
that's right.
So they scanned my mouth, and a couple weeks later gave me the bite guard. I had to go back in, get it fitted, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I wore it like twice, and I was like, F this thing.
They love it. Once the insurance goes, okay, we'll pay for the full. Is that?
Yeah.
This guy's so excited to see me till 2026. I'm like, bro, I'll be dead by 25.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, that's a long way off.
And in his mind, we're just going to keep running it back until it's just the way we want. They put nodules down on my bottom teeth to like move them around. My bottom teeth are literally perfect. I have no idea what they're moving. I've been putting these trays in. I'm not even sore, not even a little.
Oh wow! So
like,
they're not moving
doing
stuff
anything
around. Yeah.
No, they're just in my mouth, making me take them out to drink coffee, take them out to eat, brush my teeth more often, have a lisp. Super cool. It's unbelievable.
God, I can't believe he said it though. That's what always gets me. It's like, just don't say it out loud. Like, tell me I have to have it.
Yeah, like, oh, if you don't have this, you're going to have a stroke.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize teeth could do that.
We'll never get your teeth straight. They'll actually regress even worse. Like, well, shit, let's keep them in.
I think he's going to put some in that twist a tooth around, go, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
You weren't wearing your night guard. I was, you jackass.
That's annoying. Are you going to do it for 3 more years? I mean, that's...
No, I'm going to give... This one's supposed to last through January, like this set. And that's when he was like, and if you're not happy, we got full coverage till 26. We can do it. I was like, no.
No.
I don't think you understand.
Well, the whole point of the Invisalign was supposed to be, this is quicker and easier than braces. Now you're telling me it's not.
He even giggles when he says it. He's like, hey, you don't have to pay anymore.
What do you care?
They're going to pay. Yeah, so let's run it back.
You know what? That probably works for a lot of people, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people probably enjoy going and like, yeah, let's just keep doing it. Because they feel like they're getting something for free.
Yeah, but I'm not.
No, I'm with you.
I'm pissed.
My time's worth more than any of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm showing up to this guy,
Yeah.
jerks me around, and then I get like 3 months off. You know, it's like you wore a condom forever.
Oh, yeah.
Then you get 3 months without a condom, and then it's like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
You're going back to condoms. Like, what?
That's hard to go back to.
I don't want to go back to condoms,
No.
but here I am. Condoms on my teeth.
No one ever does.
I can't feel anything.
Condoms on my teeth.
It's horrible. Yeah. All the oral, I can't even feel.
It's like you're rocking the dental dam all the
Yeah,
time.
it's horrible. It's heartbreaking.
Oh.
I don't even enjoy oral anymore.
But all the guys like it.
I don't even know.
It's less scraping.
I can tell you there's no additional compliments.
Yeah, but no more complaints. So you got to look at it the other side.
You're a glass half full kind of guy, aren't you? Yeah, you're
That's
quite,
me. Yeah.
quite the fucking optimist there. Because you're
Your
not
teeth
the one.
are so smooth now, Brendan.
Yeah, you're not the one with a condom in your mouth. It's horrible.
It is funny how when you like get like whenever my kids get their braces or whatever, like you do get that lisp, but then like you correct pretty quickly. Like it's funny that your mouth can like actually correct that at a pretty quick pace.
It's your brain. Brains are crazy.
Yeah.
Figure that shit out. Like they put me in glasses and it's like, I put them on. I was like, everything's a fishbowl. Cause I got those like progressive lenses.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't see, Doc. And he was like, give it 2 weeks. And I was like, but Doc, I literally cannot see. Like everything's screwed up. I don't feel comfortable driving. I'm walking around and like I
Banging
can barely
into shit.
walk. Yeah. And I was like, this is horrible. Somewhere between week 1 and week 2, all of a sudden I woke up and I was like,
Yeah.
everything's fine. Nothing changed. Just your brain figures it
Just
out.
adapted.
Brain's a
Pretty
wild thing.
Yeah.
Of course, it can also turn on you,
Well, yeah.
make you crazy.
Yes.
Like all of a sudden you're fucking yee.
Yeah, that dude's gone off the rails, huh?
Like, what the hell, man? Like, I understand, like, someone like Antonio Brown, you know, like, he took that Vontaze Burfict hit.
Oh, yeah.
He got crushed. He got so concussed.
Plus all the other hits. I mean,
But that was the one.
That was the
like,
one
there's
that-
a moment in time where that dude was, like, doing interviews, and he's like, well, I mean, you know, we're doing the best we can. And, like, love our quarterback. We're out here, we're grinding, you know, every day, day in and day out.
We're
you know,
a team. I
the
love my
of the
guys.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he got hit by Vontaze Burfict. And then like he was
Who's
out,
known for being a really clean and upstanding player.
and then that motherfucker came out and was like, "I'm gonna fuck your wife, fuck my quarterback." I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, Antonio, what's going on? He's outside screaming at cops outside of his house. Like he went from 0 to hero, or hero to 0.
Yeah, and back again.
I mean, it's crazy. But like, what happened to Kanye?
I don't know.
Like,
He literally had people buying like $500 ugly ass shoes, and he was getting billions off of it. Like, just sit back
everything.
and shut up, dude.
And right now he's dropping like, he's dropping anti-Semitic remarks, and then when you
He's
question
doubling
him,
down,
he
yeah.
doubles down.
Yeah.
He goes, "Did you not fucking hear me?"
Yeah.
And then he says it again, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, you're not helping." Like, this is when the apology tour begins.
Kyrie Irving's doing the same thing.
Kyrie though is almost like a lovable dumbass.
Yeah, but he's like, he did that anti-Semitic shit, and then they questioned him, and he's like,
Oh,
yeah.
Kyrie did. So I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he said some shit the other day, like, he pushed out a
No, so I retract my statement. I just thought he was like flat Earth. And
No. He pushed out a Alex Jones movie that was like from 2009 or something. Like he promoted it, and so they were like questioning him, like, "Why are you promoting Alex Jones?" He's like, "I'm not promoting Alex Jones and the Sandy Hook stuff. I'm talking about this movie in 2009, and it was true. Like, and it was all this anti-Semitic stuff, and like." He's catching all kinds of flack, but he's doubling down on it. He's doing the Yeezy thing.
I can't wait to hear when those two drop an album.
Oh yeah,
It'd be good. I had some Kanye come on today in the gym, and like as soon as he started singing, it was a song I'd never heard, so it was like just one I missed.
yeah.
He's prolific. Like he put out a ton of stuff.
Well, outside of the College Dropout, I don't know it. Like I don't know most of his stuff. Like
That's what I'm saying. This song came on, I didn't recognize it, and then as soon as he started flowing, I was like, "That's Kanye." I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And I looked down, sure enough, it was. And I was like, "Man, this song is perfect. The beat's perfect, the lyrics are perfect. Like he was so good."
But you have to turn it off. Is he in that level now?
I mean, I didn't turn it off. I listened
Yeah.
to it. I was like, "No, this is a damn good song." You think it's just all that Kardashian just eventually makes you go nuts?
I just can't.
Like Lamar Odom tried to off himself in a whorehouse. You get too much Kardashian.
I mean,
in
really,
you.
how can you be that rich and famous and be surrounded by that many yes men that often and not go a little bit crazy? Honestly,
I feel like I'd be fine. I don't know how. Let's do an experiment.
give me a couple $1 billion.
Yep, surround me with yes men.
Yeah,
And then
see.
let's circle back in 5 years.
Let's make it 10. See how I'm doing.
10 years.
Yeah, give me
Okay.
Give me a good 5 to 10 year run.
All right, I need $1 billion a year
Yeah.
for
check.
10 years, but I don't want 10 billion now
No.
and then come back in 10 years. It's $1 billion a year for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, we got to do it right.
And then we'll see if in 10 years that if I'm over here ranting and raving.
You really think you'd be normal if you had that kind of money and fame?
I think you fuckers would not be.
I'm good.
Yeah.
All you peasants, you've lost your fucking marbles.
I think you guys are screwing up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how that would go down. You guys would fall apart.
I think if you asked him, that's what he would say.
I would have clarity on a level that you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
You peon bitch. Yeah. No, I think I'd be fine. In fact,
That checks out.
just feeling the thought of having that kind of money, I'm like, hell yeah. No, that's none of. I don't know where these are. I'm just gonna get rid of all those. I was looking for. There it is.
There it is. That's the one.
I really need to label that board. If
Speaking
you give
of-
me $1 million a year, I promise to label the board.
Speaking of $1 million, did you get in on the most recent lottery?
Hell yeah.
Did you get in on the second round?
Yeah.
Did you get in on the third round?
Yeah.
Okay. I have not. I got in on the first round. I didn't buy in on the second. I didn't buy in on the third.
No.
I'm only good for a 20 spot every few weeks on that kind of stuff.
Now that lotto pool accepts Venmo and I've got all this Venmo money.
Well, that being said, I had PayPal and I had like $35 in it. So I looked at it. I was like, I'm good for one of these.
Peek behind the
Yeah,
curtain.
I guess I should tell the story.
Peek behind the curtain. When you guys send Venmo money into Inside the Pallet House, typically what happens is I go and purchase whatever it is. No. But, and then
I thought you were going with you were going to say you bought lottery tickets.
No. Like, I'll go buy the board.
Yes.
And then Troy will transfer the Venmo money.
Yeah, because the Venmo money goes to my phone.
Yeah, you're the accountant.
Yes.
Basically of the Venmo account. So when I'm like, hey, I'm going to go buy that $700, $800 board, then you Venmo me the $700, $800.
Yes.
Well, then it just sits there.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do with it. So when Ely hits us up and goes, hey, I got a lotto thing, I'm like, yeah, look at all this cash. Just play money.
Yeah, and Ely every now and then will get a group of people together and everybody throws in $20 and win it, you split it type situation.
Look, anybody who's willing to go there and buy 500 lotto tickets, like, you're doing all the work.
Now you're pot committed, though, right? You don't want to be left out?
I refuse to watch anyone around me get rich. It has nothing to do with, I'll donate the money to charity. Not. But, like.
Well, I'm hoping if y'all win, the 14, 15 people that I didn't get in with would be like, let's throw Troy a bone since, he got in a little bit and we like him.
People always talk. Some people are always like, I would give this person $100,000. I'd give this person. I'm giving everybody literally nothing. I'll make that very clear. But I will give you experiences.
Yes.
I would gladly say, hey, Troy, this week, all you got to do is take the time off.
Yeah.
We're going to Costa Rica. I'll put you on the plane. I'll put you in the house, the food, the drink. I will give you experience. I don't want to give someone $100,000. I want to spend $100,000 on you.
Here's the catch. And this could work either way. So most people that are going to continue to work, let's say, Brendan, you're the billionaire and you want to do this. So you reach out to me. Well, I can take off, a week of work. That's fine. But, married with kids and working, most people can only give you a week or two a year, like there's not going to be.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Then you'll have to go to different people, right?
No, I'd like to get everyone. I'd like to have it's this week.
But what are you going to do the rest of the year?
Whatever I want.
Okay.
But I mean, once a year.
Because I always thought it'd be cool, and of course things are different now that we're married with kids, but I'd want to have one or two people on my payroll. Oh. That way, if it's Wednesday, and I'd be like, let's go to Costa Rica, I can say, guess what you're doing right now? You're going to Costa Rica with me. You don't have to work. You don't have, or take care of the whole family.
But this is how you create yes men.
Yes.
So how much would I have to pay you a year to become my yes man?
See, unfortunately, right now, I'm so vested in my retirement, it'd take a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the thing. I kind of need the deadbeat friend.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is too, I consider myself a good husband and father, so I wouldn't want to be away. You'd want someone single, basically, is what you'd want.
100%.
Or you'd want a family that your family liked, and you could just be like, I'll put you on for whatever, a couple $100,000 a year.
I actually don't even need someone who's single. I need someone who hates their life.
Yeah.
That's really all you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could have all the kids and wives they want. They just can't.
They don't have to be good husbands and parents.
Yeah. I just need someone who doesn't want to be around his wife and his kid.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be single.
Good point.
You just have to have a real deep-seated...
Are you looking for a reason to be single? Because I can help you out.
No shit. You got to question how hard it would be to stay everything you are today if you had $10 billion.
Well, the problem is, too, if you did that, there'd be drama down the road. If you gave friend X, if you put friend X on a payroll for $200,000 a year, after 2 years, they'd be like, I need a raise. Or this isn't enough.
Yeah.
Or you still give so-and-so this much money and they don't help. There's always infighting.
That's why it's just hey, there's a trip this week.
Yeah. I'm renting this island out.
Yeah.
Show up. If you do, you do. I got you covered. If you don't, the offer was there.
Yeah. I just need you to say you're either in or you're out. Some people are going to be like, I'm really not into that. I get that it's a good time, but I got this other stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's fine. But it's an easy way for you to kind of disseminate some of that money.
You're right. I agree with you. I think that's right.
And then just if people can go, they're like, yeah, I'm bringing the whole family.
And it'd be hard pressed to pick another family or even one person you'd want to do everything with. It'd probably be cool to do different things with different people, you know?
It's July 15th. I'm going to be going here.
Yeah.
If you're in, you're in. If you're out, you're out. You'll see it on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's the easier way to do it. And then those that want
But when you win a Powerball, like seriously, I mean, that is it even a good thing at this point? Like, I think the studies show that like 80% of the people that win these things end up bankrupt. There's been like tons of murders, like families stop talking to each other. Like,
oh yeah,
when you win that kind of money, it's not like winning $100 grand or $500 grand or even $1 million. Like when you're winning $1 billion, like you almost would have to up in your whole life and move to like the middle of Montana and like start anew.
Yeah, you win $1 million and then you're like, yeah, I got a beach house. It's like it's over. The billion's gone.
You win $1 million. You say million?
Yeah, million.
Yeah, $1 million. Yeah, you're like, I'm going to work the next day. Like it's not even.
Now we have a beach house,
and I paid off my debt,
and my debt's gone.
Yeah,
and you know, if you want to come down to the beach house, I'll be there. You can.
Yeah.
I won't charge you to stay because I don't have a mortgage. But
exactly.
That's like that is the extent of it. My life doesn't change that much.
What would it take for your life to change?
$17. No, like I don't know. In order for your life to really, really change, you need enough money that you could take all of it, pay off your debt, and then put all the rest in some kind of account that
and
makes
live
enough
off
money.
Enough that
changes your life. Where you're like, okay,
so it'd have to be like
10 million.
I was gonna say 10 at the minimum because like you're only getting 6 million, you know, and then you got to pay your debts off after the government taxes 40% of it. You're getting 6.
No, you need 10 million in an account.
Yeah,
because then it's like you don't really.
So you need to win 20 million, 25 million.
Yeah. Because then you can put enough, you pay off your debts, you put enough away, even at a low rate, you know, like savings account, you're getting enough that you're like, okay, I'm just paying my bills and I'm going about my life. That changes your life in the sense that I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
I'm not driving a Mercedes.
Yeah.
I got a nice Honda, but I don't go to work. My Honda's paid for.
You're not a Mercedes guy, you're a used BMW guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Used BMW guys, interesting bunch. I use blinkers. I don't know.
And BMW drivers get a bad rap.
They really do.
Yeah.
And that's a nice car.
It is.
But, oh, dude, speaking of, BMW was the first one that started coming out with that bullshit where it's like,
oh, where they're charging you to use your heated seats and shit like that?
Where all that shit's built into the car, right?
Yeah.
And now you go ahead and you have to pay the subscription service just to turn it on.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay your monthly fee, they turn it back off, which is totally crazy that all that tech is already built into your car.
Yeah.
All the hardware exists. It's a software. It's a function of software.
Doesn't that worry you?
Well,
it worries me, and I'm not too big a conspiracy theorist, but I do think that like when these cars get so advanced in tech, it's going to be like, I'd be worried the government could turn your car on and off.
Well, as soon as we get to the whole, the more it's tied into the internet, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
And it doesn't even have to be, everybody keeps saying electric. It doesn't have to be electric.
No.
A computer on your gas-powered car can shut it off.
Well, there was a couple years ago that some kids hacked some dude's Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And like they fucked that
I was
dude
listening to a true crime podcast the other day, and they were talking about this guy, you know, they said he killed his wife, and so they were like trying to figure it out. Well, the dude had like a Ford F-150. It was a newer one, and it didn't have like GPS on it or anything, but they could still get the data from the computer. So like on this date, he said he went here and did this, and they were like, well, the computer says on that date you started your car at 7:38 p.m. and you drove 37.5 miles. Now it doesn't tell you where you drove, but it knows you did. It knows at this time your car started and you did this
when you said you were watching Law and Order.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is, it's all going that way. But back to the whole subscription model for what's already in your car.
Yeah.
So Jersey, the most backwards,
where you can't pump your own gas,
regressive state, right? When it comes to auto ownership, literally cannot pump your own gas. You pull up and they got to have someone come out because they don't trust you.
When did you start pumping gas?
Before I could drive.
Oh yeah. 10, 12 years old, probably.
Yeah, before I could drive. I was
I was buying
Dealing with-
cigarettes too, obviously.
Yeah, while pumping gas.
Yeah.
Smoking them.
My mom needs Virginia Slim Ultralights. She's right there, sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Here's $2.
I'm
Let's
pumping
go.
the gas.
Yeah.
I'm a grown up.
She's not getting out. You think she's going to get out and pump her own gas and get her own cigarettes?
She's from Jersey.
Come on.
Let her be.
Yes.
So Jersey.
You know how many beers she's already had, sir?
Yes. She can't come in here. Yeah. So I think they're arguably the most regressive state when it comes to driver's laws. I'm going to change my tune. I'm changing my tune on Jersey.
Uh-oh. What have they done?
They are passing a law making those kind of subscription services for elements that are already in your car to have to be subscription based to be illegal in the state of New Jersey.
But how does that work? Like, is that one of those bills
If
they
you-
can pass, but can anyone police it?
They're saying if you're going to sell a car in Jersey with the hardware in it, it needs to work.
So does that mean all like BMW 3 Series, if you live in Colorado, you're going to go to Jersey and buy one because it came out of Jersey?
Ooh, that would be a huge boom for the economy in Jersey.
Yeah.
Like if that just became the thing, you fly into Jersey and drive it home.
Yeah. Or even put it on a truck and have it shipped. Like,
All the cars would sell out of Jersey.
yeah,
But this was like the first law. I was like, all right, Jersey,
I'm down for that.
I'm willing to follow your lead on this one. Now, it hasn't passed yet, but
Yeah.
that bill is going through right now where they're like, no, if there's heated seats in the car, you can turn on your heated seats.
So the heated seats is the first one, and they were pushing out a bunch more. Is there anything that's remotely like that now? I guess closest would be like XM radio, but like that's an add-on feature. So it's technically in your car, but you do pay for it.
It's interesting because that's the same concept. though.
Yeah.
Subscription model.
Yeah.
Hardware that exists.
Like my Jeep has XM, and I'm wondering if it was just part of a lot of them give you a 3-month.
They do. When you buy
Yeah.
a new car, you get XM for 3 months if it has it. Because
Yeah.
they're trying to get, the hook set.
Yep.
And honestly, you start driving around with XM for a while.
It's hard to say no to.
It is pretty damn hard.
I had it for a long time in my work vehicle because I was driving 3-4 hours a day, like on the regular. So it was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy this.
Whatever vibe you're into, boom.
Yeah.
We'll rock that.
Almost too many choices.
I mean, Pearl Jam radio,
Yeah, exactly.
pretty much a gimme.
But like you get into like the genre, and there'll be like 10 or 12 subgenres of that genre. You're
Yeah.
like, holy cow! You're like, there's that many different types of country.
And you don't even think about it.
No.
You're like, nah, I do need more outlaw country in my life.
My problem is like I will listen to a song on the 50s at 5 and then like a Nelly song and then a Prime Country song. Like I want to hear all of it. So like
See-
I'm never satisfied with just being on one of those channels for any amount of time.
The best trick Sirius does now, if you have say you have 7 stations on your preset,
Yeah.
so they'll show up on your screen, whatever those 7 stations are that are on your screen. When you skip, so say you've listened to a full song, right, on your one channel, and then you skip over to like Lithium or the Spectrum or you click on it, and it'll go back to the
Back to-
beginning
yeah.
of that song. And you can do that all the way through your presets. But once you've done it once, now it's just real time. But that's the shit, because you can be like,
That
boom.
is cool.
Oh, hell yeah. Cranberries.
Yeah.
Like, I do like this song. I love that. Like,
Yeah, because
there's
nothing worse when you're on the radio and you get to and you're like, I love this song, and then it's like the last verse
you
of the
hear
song.
the last beat.
Yeah.
You're like, oh. No, like, so they're putting some little tech in there that makes it worth doing.
Well, that's interesting that
Jersey's stepping
Jersey's
up.
going to try to fix the glitch. I don't think it'll be successful. I don't know how.
I don't know, but I'm glad that somebody
Somebody
throwing
needs
the
to do
gauntlet
it.
down.
Yeah.
Like, someone needs to say, this is ridiculous. I've already paid for the car. There's features there.
Yeah.
At least let me pay for it once and be done.
Yeah.
Like
well, and that's
the old
usually,
school.
and it's a lot. Like heated seats is usually like $2,000 or $5,000 or something silly. Like, but it's not a cheap add-on.
But usually they wrap that in with like a comfort package,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
tech
yeah.
package. And so you'll pay like the $2-3 grand and get all these things.
Yeah.
So like I hate this subscription model.
It's really gross. I don't know like how the execs at BMW like passed that around the, oversized conference table and like it got voted on to pass. Like it's a bad look. Like don't do that for optics reasons. Like if nothing else for optics.
And you would think the Germans would be aware of that a bunch of Germans getting together would make a decision that the optics would look bad.
Yeah.
But they're not.
They're not.
They're still Germans.
They're still Germans. Well, I mean, they still make great cars. I mean, that's like
They always have.
Yeah, and that's why I said still. Like that's still like they never stopped.
Yeah, there's some bleak.
I mean, they got the lock on best cars, like best country that makes cars, right?
I mean, they're
performance cars, I should say, because you could argue that like all the
Italy,
Japanese cars are great.
Yeah, what do the Japanese and the Germans have in common? Oh, yeah, that's right. The excess of evil.
Yeah. The excess of excellent car making?
I would say there's one other place that makes dope performance cars, and that would be Italy. The Ferraris, the Lambos.
Yeah, but those aren't
do they
every
have
day.
anything in common?
Let me see. Carry the one.
Just running the
Yeah.
numbers. Oh, okay.
That's weird. Somebody needs to do it. I bet there has been a study done on that. That is pretty wild.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to buy a car
Yeah.
and like you're looking for performance, reliability, it's like, let's look at these.
What if they all got together and like did some like crazy mind game shit in them? We'd all be just driving around like.
That is weird, man. Those are the
Yeah.
three. You're like, no. I want reliability. We should go Japanese. Well, I want the tolerances to be absolutely perfect. Like this car is built to the most. Well, then it's got to be German.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want absolute performance. Everything else, reliability, be damned.
Yeah.
Just perform. Well, then you got to go Italian.
I want to look great, but be a broken down piece of shit. Oh, we'll go to the Brits.
Let's go British. Let's go British. It's true. How about a broken down ass car with some muscle?
Yeah.
American sounds great.
Yeah.
There you go.
Goes really fast in a straight line.
Funny how that works. You know what didn't win the war? Cars.
That's true.
Arguably, if a car did win the war, it was the Jeep.
But it is funny that like all those cars are known for great engineering, and literally our engineering and our scientific minds basically won us the war.
Well, we brought Einstein over,
Yeah.
started working on some of that stuff. We pulled a lot of Germans out of there. Said,
Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys working on? Oh, good. We're going to team
any
you.
tips?
Yeah. That's kind of how we got to that A-bomb. But then we put together this Lego parts car. We're
Yeah.
like, this is a Jeep. It's not fast. It's not pretty.
It doesn't do anything particularly well.
Unless what you needed to do is drive across this field or up that mountain
Yeah.
or through that swamp
And keep getting it.
and just keep going. We do have one of those.
Yeah.
That's what we built. We built the Tonka truck.
Did we build the Hummer? Is that ours?
Hell yeah.
So that's
one of ours.
that's a Jeep on steroids.
And this is what we do. We just go, no. It won't be great, but it'll be so easy to work on that all you need is a shovel and a screwdriver.
Yeah.
And you can get it out of that swamp.
Yeah, you're issued it when you
Yeah.
were digging your trench. You can work on it with the same tools.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That was the car we built.
Yeah. Makes
Smart.
sense.
America.
Yeah, that's what we do.
And they got those dope ass cars. And the Brits were like, well,
Let me show you British racing green.
yes. If you consider, yeah, we'll just do a variation of that. We'll call it Army Green. We'll call it a day. Sold. Thanks, Brits.
I did used to love a British racing green with a tan interior.
Dude, that's the Jag I'm
Classy.
looking for.
Yeah.
Forever. You feel like having a deli?
I think it's deli time. Where is the deli?
It's gonna be
in the fridge.
It's going to be on top of the Velveeta, ironically. See it on top of the Velveeta down there? No, that's tzatziki. That's Greek.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, see?
Is this Velveeta the queso Velveeta you're talking about?
No, I just saw that there was some kind of like,
Oh, that's French onion dip. That's not even Velveeta.
oh, look at that. 17th ingredient, onion. Speaking of the French, they're cool. They're all right.
What do we have here? Ghost
American
of the James,
Pale Ale.
American Pale Ale, 5.1. And this was left. We had Pop Royalty in here last week, and he left
We
this
did.
in.
We did. And he left it here, and I thought, don't mind if I do a deli. So that's a little M4K deli right there. That was brought to us by M4K Royalty. And I hadn't had it, so I thought, We should deli that bitch.
It's got a really cool label on it. Black, blue, and white with a old ship on it with a skull behind it. Pretty badass looking.
Oh, that is badass looking.
3-notched.
Yeah,
3-notch brewing.
Little local to Richmond, but they're starting to send some beers out all around the state of Virginia right now. They're getting a bit of a following, that 3-notched. That Minuteman IPA, I think, kind of put them on the map.
Yes. They're the ones, aren't they the ones that got sued by Monster?
Yeah, their logo looked at one time a lot like the Monster.
And it was named after
3
Native
axes
Americans,
or something.
like
Yeah.
3 notches in the tree for whatever natives lived in the area, I think is how it happened. And it literally looked like the 3 claw marks of the Monster, but not in an M shape like Monster. And like Monster had enough money, they were like GTFO.
They got that Satan money.
Yeah, that's right. The mark of the beast.
That's right.
So yeah, they had to fold. And now they have, if you look at that, it does have 3 axes on it. I think right on there on the side.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Now we got to put 3 axes.
Yeah.
Can't just let well enough be alone, you know?
I mean, let the little guy. It's. I feel the same way when like an indie movie wants to use a song or something, and then like they're like, "We never said you could use our song." It's like, look,
Yeah, but a politician will go ahead and use someone's song like for all their shit. And they never get sued. They just get, hey, don't use that. I don't like you.
yeah.
Oh, our bad. We'll take it down.
It's like maybe it will be good for you famous people. Like it's always good, right? Like I mean, it could be good to have a movie player.
Maybe do a Monster collaboration, 3-notch.
Ooh.
You know?
Is Monster doing the alcohol yet? I think Mountain Dew's doing alcohol.
I saw a hard Mountain Dew pack the other day, and I almost bought it to come in here, but the thought of having to stomach through 4 different flavors of alcoholic Mountain Dew, I moved on.
Yeah. I'm not
Thought
a
about
Mountain
it
Dew
long.
guy.
You don't like Mountain Dew?
I did when I was a kid. I feel like it's one of those kid things.
Man, Mountain Dew's fantastic. I love Mountain Dew.
You do? You drink a lot of it? I feel like I don't see you drinking it.
No, I never drink.
Okay.
No, I can love something and not go near it.
Sex.
Yeah. Exactly. There's a good example, Troy. Thanks for bringing that up. Go crawl in my hole.
This smells hoppy. I'm a little scared to take a swallow of it.
It's the American Pale Ale, which is slightly different than the Indian Pale Ale. So typically they're not as
India
hoppy.
Pale Ale.
Yes.
Not Indian.
Yes.
35 IBUs. I forget on the IBU scale. Is that high or low?
I mean, it's higher than it should be, but like a pale ale, an IPA is going to be like 50.
Yeah. They're always high.
Oh, that's an interesting beer.
Interesting's an interesting adjective to describe it.
Well, because I haven't passed judgment.
Oh, you haven't?
No, because it's got a lot of like citrus, which I dig. You know, that's like my favorite kind of hop. But it also has like a lingering hop flavor that I'm not super keen on. So no, I have not passed judgment. I need to work through it.
To me, it finishes with a nice metallic tang in my mouth.
Yeah, it has a little of that, but I'm willing to forgive it because it's not over the top for me. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, a little sucking on a penny.
Yep, the old period beer.
The whole period beer. High in iron.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a tough one. I was digging it. I can tell you this: I love the front end. I don't like the back end. I don't know what that's going to do to the score.
I think Mike liked it, right?
Well, Mikey likes it.
Yeah. I mean, he bought it and brought it in here.
Yeah, but he left it.
True, but he's generous.
He is generous.
I mean, he's the one who brought us a couple of the most sought-after beers in the world.
He brought Pliny the Elder in here, man.
And something else, too, right? Didn't he bring 2, like, really...
Yeah, why am I drawing a blank? Russian River beer, right? What the fuck was? He brought Pliny the Elder.
Definitely,
and,
I definitely remember Pliny the Elder. Did he bring on a second visit Pliny the Younger
He
as
did.
well? Yeah.
But he had brought the other one. There's a West
Yeah.
Coast and an East Coast.
Yep.
And he brought them both. They
Yep.
were like
Pliny the Elder's the East Coast one, right?
Vermont.
Yeah. East Coast.
Is
Right.
that on the East Coast?
I think.
Nobody knows.
I'm no geography major.
All I know is it's south of here.
We're going down there later. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, it's mellowed out for me. It got where I needed it to get. It was a 3-sipper though.
Yeah, it's mellowing. The metallic is working its way out.
Yeah, it's a 3-sipper. You need 3 sips before you can really understand what you're dealing with there. Well, you want first or second take?
I'll go first.
All right.
It's a hoppy beer it says APA, not IPA, so I'm guessing it's less hoppy but in theory, but to me it's still plenty of hops in there.
Oh yeah.
I would not say it's low on the hop scale. But it actually, once you get over the initial taste, and we always talk about this when we go from drinking a Miller Lite or whatever, Pilsner to a flavorful beer. It's a little,
Which I did just go from the Gridlock Blonde
Yeah.
from Kindred Spirit, which is a fantastic easy drinking beer, to this, which has just a lot more hop going on.
yeah. Basically, what we're doing every time is turning the shower on and jumping in before like the water warms up. You're like, oh hey, what's going on here?
The shower sucks. Oh
Yeah,
wait, hold on,
yeah,
the shower's
yeah.
not bad.
So I'm gonna go higher than I was, and I'm gonna go 3.
Whoop, there it is. I had it already up.
Yeah, I was gonna go 2.5, but I hate doing 2.5s because it's a decent beer. It's more hoppy than I would like, but if you like hops, you're gonna like this, I think. And it's really, once you get over the initial shock of switching beers from a light beer to this, I think it's a pretty good beer. And again, it's not as hoppy as some of the IPAs, so I can see where people would like it too. Good
Yeah.
middle ground.
I wish I had a more thoughtful response, but I don't. It's got a little citrus, it's got a little juiciness, but it's not a juicy beer.
No.
The hop profile in it is a good one.
Yeah.
I won't argue with that. The aftertaste, it lingers a little longer than I'd like.
Little furry tongue action, but not nearly as bad as a lot of these.
No, and that's why that's the America.
Yeah.
The pale ale is the problem. The America's the answer.
That's right.
So for the America, I'd give it a 4.5.
There you go.
For the pale ale,
USA.
I'd give it a 1.5. So I think we're gonna net out at a 3.
Yep. That sounds right.
It's about exactly what we're dealing with here. I give it a 4 and a 2. So yeah, it's a 3.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly fine beer. I would drink it again.
Yeah.
I won't seek it out.
No.
So there we are.
But I would tell a hophead to give it a whirl.
Yeah. So I got 2 things I do want to cover off on. Now that we've gotten through the deli.
Okay.
One, I'd like to do a recap of where you ended up with the one chip challenge.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That was 2 weeks ago we did that, right?
And I would also like to do a quick plug for M4K.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the M4K.
Start with M4K.
It's called a teaser.
Tease
that
the one chip.
Yeah. So last night we had our official check-in.
Yes.
First one of the year.
Yep.
Got to go out, got to see some of the guys that are growing. Looks like we have a good group of growers this year.
Large group.
One thing I did notice that I don't know how I feel about. Saw a couple guys with some mustaches that did not look a day or 2 old.
No.
They looked like they had a little legs on them.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I'm way behind because I am clean shaven.
Yeah.
Because I followed the rules to the letter of the law.
Did you shave yesterday, your first time?
I shaved before.
So yesterday would be November 2nd.
I shaved.
Official shave day, November 2nd.
So I may have shaved after midnight, November 1st into the 2nd. I don't
Okay.
know. It was late at night, and I was like, I'm just going to do this now because I got to deal with shit in the morning.
I jumped the gun.
But how
I went
long?
off. I shaved on the 30th.
Okay, so you got a
Sunday
couple
the 30th.
days.
So I got a couple days head start.
Now, I'm basically, if I'm not letter of the law, I'm off by minutes, not hours, and certainly not days.
Well, these guys are off. Some of these guys were off by months.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I saw some legs, man.
Yeah. Oh, there was large contingency of firefighters this year.
Is that what it is? That's probably exactly
Yeah.
why, because their mask won't fit without a mustache.
That's right.
That's safety.
Yeah, it locks it in.
I get it now.
Yeah. So we have one of the Henrico union reps hit us up, and they have a large contingency, and then there's supposed to be a Chesterfield group too. Don't know if they've gotten in. Henrico already has a large group, and a lot of those guys were. They had shirts made last night. I don't know if you noticed. There were some red shirts, and it had the Henrico Fire logo, and it had a mustache under it. And then on the back, it said something like, "We're growing these mustaches for kids."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
So,
awesome.
I'm gonna work at getting one of those actually.
Yeah, you have an angle because
yeah.
you volunteered for so long.
Well, and I've already talked to the rep a few times when I heard he was getting
Nice.
in on the game. So yeah, and I think, and we talked about it last night. When you and I got started in this game, there were rules, and it was strict.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so. They were like, I don't want to see anything past the corner of your mouth.
Yep.
You shave on this day. You start from there. You know, you see what you can do in a month. I
Yeah.
mean, that was basically the letter of the law,
Yeah.
you know, and I still kind of follow it. I do cheat on the corner of the mouth. I like a little
downturn.
handle.
Yeah.
A little handle. But for those that don't know, just to recap, you know, we take part in m4krichmond.org. Go check it out. And it's an organization that raises money for children's charities here in the Richmond area, and we do so by not taking ourselves too seriously and growing mustaches. But what we do take seriously is actively trying to raise money,
Yes.
which makes for an awkward November. In fact, the more awkward part for me than the mustache is actually reaching out to family, friends, hitting them up.
Yes.
I don't feel awkward on the podcast bringing it up because
the emails feel a little much.
they can.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I'm going out and I'm saying, hey, you know, I could use your support for the 5th year.
Yeah.
So it's like the first year it's easier. It actually gets harder as time goes on.
This is our 5th year growing.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day.
So it does get a little harder, but at the same time, you know, it's certainly a good cause. And this year we're actually trying to raise money for 20 charities. So
Instead of the 7 or 8 we usually do.
so we need to really raise more so that because
Yeah.
there's more to spread around.
Yeah.
So that puts the onus on us a little bit more as growers. But fortunately for us, we have these microphones. We get to speak into them. We talk to people from all over. So I would put the plea out to head over to m4krichmond.org. And if you look, you hit the donate tab, you can donate, and you can select the Inside the Pallet House team, and you can pick anybody on that team that you would like to donate to.
Name Brendan or Troy.
That's thank you.
I didn't mean to step on you there, brother.
It was literally where I was going with that. But just know that any of the money that you do donate, you know, all of that in-kind money. So say you want to donate $20, you are going to get dinged for that little credit card processing fee. So it'd be like $22.
$1 or $2, yeah.
But the $20 that you donate literally all goes directly to these charities. They don't go to Mustache Dyes. They don't go to Rogaine. They don't go to Dick Pills.
And they don't.
Why that came in my head.
And they don't go back to us. All the swag and stuff is donated by sponsors. So literally 100% of your money goes directly to the charities, which I'm not too familiar, but I think that's pretty rare to have 100% go.
I mean, I can tell you there's respected charities out there like the Red Cross where
Oh, they got blasted.
a significant chunk of your money, probably more than half, ultimately ends up paying for the TV commercials, paying for all of those things.
Paying for the leadership. All the guys that do this, they're all volunteers. Everybody's a volunteer.
Everybody's a volunteer.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal, man, and it's a rare organization. So I do put the plea out to you that, you know, during the month of November, please don't send any money to our Venmo account. Send that money to the children's charities that we support, and do so by heading over to m4krichmond.org. Find the Inside the Pallet House page. Find Troy or myself, or you can throw a bone. But if you do, let them know you're a listener.
You know what you can do?
Yeah, what's that?
You can still join. You can still join our team. You could be part of our team. We're up to around 20 members right now, and you could join our team, and you could have some fun. And you could be a part of this awesomeness.
And you could get some of that dope swag that the corporate sponsors take.
Exactly. And if you want to join and you want to meet some people, come out next Wednesday the 9th to, I'm excited about this, the new Triple Crossing.
Yeah,
they've been great to us. Our Stash Bass has been down there for years, down at the Fulton Hill one. Now we're going to be at the Midlothian one, right down the street from us, Brendan. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah, which is sweet.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch a ride with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet.
But check us out. Look us up. We're usually at the top of the leaderboard, and you can donate.
For the first few weeks.
Yeah.
And then the big dogs show up and eat our lunch.
Well, I mean top, not like one. We're
number 5.
I think we're 5 or 6, yeah. Out of like 30-some, so I'll take it.
Not that I'm looking.
Yeah.
I sent out my first email, right? I sent out this big old email. I was like, here we go. Like, I'm going to get this party started. Let's get these donations.
And you write a great email.
I try.
You try a lot. Like, it's a nice email.
I asked my wife tonight, I said, what'd you think of the email? She said, what email?
Oh, no.
I go,
well, you got to wonder, too, does some of it get spammed?
So I said, did it get spammed? I was like, I've had a really low turnout. Like, I sent out this email, and it's been crickets. There was one exception. Shout out to my wife's mom.
Nice.
Say thank you, Linda. You crushed it. I appreciate you.
She's a listener.
She is a listener, so I can thank her right here publicly. She killed it. She's my first donation. I couldn't be more excited.
Way to go, Linda.
She is a saint.
She is.
She is a saint.
Talk to your daughter.
But I sent this email out. No shit, right? The woman does not donate. And then she goes, she goes, I didn't get an email. And I was like, oh, crap. I was like, that would explain why I'm not seeing a lot of traction here. I was like, check your spam folder. And she goes through her email and goes, oh, no, it's here. And I was like, well, what'd you think of it? And she goes, oh, I don't read them. And I was like, you are killing me, woman.
Yeah, that's a little much.
And I'm sitting here paying for her dinner and drinks while we're talking about this. I'm like, just, what do you think of them? She goes, they're wordy. I move on.
Wow.
I was like, I'm your husband.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something that I care about.
Yeah.
Like every year I care about this. I put it out there. I put myself out there.
Yeah.
I look like an asshole. And like, she's like, oh, I don't know. They always just seem wordy.
Well, see, they're wordy because you do a great job explaining where the money goes.
I'm trying.
You give links to all the organizations, all the charities. You explain how it's a nonprofit. You can write it off. All these donations you can write off. You explain this all, like you are hand-holding through the...
Yes.
Through the especially the first email.
Well, the first one is very matter of fact. Like, here's the lay of the land.
Here's who we are. Here's what we do. Here's why we do it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So no, I got nothing. I got 0 responses outside of my wife's mom.
Yeah.
She's a saint. Everyone else is letting me down yet again. Now I also understand I was always famous for, I want to see a couple emails come out.
Yeah.
I want to see some progress. I don't donate to the dude. I donate to the mustache. So I get it.
That's right. Yeah.
I get it. So I'm guilty of that. So I'm hoping that's what I'm dealing with, that there's going to be like...
We turn it on later.
I think right now the tide's going out to make for the wave that's going to come in and crash. That's what I'm hoping. But
you'll get there.
It felt bad. It was just a bunch of foam on the beach. Standing.
Turn around and see if your wife's looking out the sunset. She's walking back into the hotel.
Yeah. Like, she's taking my beer with her. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's taking a little long for the sun to set. I'm just going to head in. Come in whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were doing a thing out here.
No shit. Like, I guess I'll put this ring back in my pocket. I was going to propose.
Yeah. That's brutal when you don't get the...
It's tough, man. So far,
we've talked about this. Like, I literally have friends that have never listened to this podcast and or donated that are like lifelong friends. And I'm like... And then we get like, friends of friends that end up being like #1 listeners and donating $50. So I'm always surprised by
I
it.
got a donation from a guy who I call Steve. His name is not Steve. I met this dude at a Firefly Music Festival.
Nice.
Partied with this dude. And literally, he told us his name. And one of the girls I was with goes, "You look like a Steve." And we go, "Yeah, Steve!" Or high five. Called him Steve. Partied with him all weekend. Kept running into him. Hung out with him. Never talked to him again. 1 year, all of a sudden, I get this donation from him. I'm like,
Was he following you on Facebook, I guess?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know his real name.
Not Steve.
Not Steve.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, I zoom in. I'm like, "Ah, Steve." And I was like, "Steve," in quotes, "thank you so much." And he was like, "Man," he's like, "you guys are inspiring."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, that's awesome."
That's
but like,
the point.
But like that dude lives in Oregon.
Yeah.
And
So his money's going to Richmond Children's Charities.
and he only knows me as a dude that he saw drunk while he was drunk at a music festival. And
Too bad
he's
you don't remember your buddy from Bourbon and Beyond, who you partied with a bunch, who you couldn't remember his name.
Dude, there was a guy there. Oh man, I gotta find this dude. This guy's name was like Halfwood, something like that. This dude had more money than anybody. He had Kanye money.
Oh, shit.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm flying out of here on my jet, and I got to get on this boat, and I'm treating my friends. We're heading out to the Gulf of Mexico. We're doing this party." Like this dude, Underwood. That was his name.
Underwood. Carrie?
No, but he's got more money than Carrie.
Nice.
This dude was paid. I walked up to him. The whole reason I met him, I was like, "Man, I dig that hat." And he was like, "Hell yeah, man, check it out." He's like, "See this rattlesnake bite?" And it's like kind of torn up. He's like, "I paid for that." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, man, you got to check this out. Like, you need to go over to this website, like pick up this hat." And he's like, "Funny thing is, it's cheap too." And I was like, "What? Like, really? That hat's cheap?" I was like, "It's beautiful." He goes, "Dude, it's only $800." I go, "What?"
Yeah.
You live in a different world.
You're
where
in
you
a
have
different
hat.
tax bracket.
It literally has a stain on it and a bite taken out of the side. So
For
it looks
$800.
like for $800.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You son of a bitch." And he's like, and he's literally looking like pleading with me that like, "Can you believe how affordable
It's
this hat
only
is?"
$800.
It was only $800. He's like, "I stole this thing.
They basically gave it to me.
I'm wearing a straw hat."
Yeah.
And I paid like $40 for that. It took 2 days of walking past the store before I finally was like,
Before you pulled the trigger.
"All right, $40 is worth it."
Yeah.
This guy was hilarious, dude. I wasn't wearing a shirt, and he's like, "I don't know why I'm wearing a shirt." He takes his shirt off. Next, my wife finds us, and he's like hugging me. And
Two
just
shirtless cowboy hat dudes?
nipple on
Oh,
nipple.
nice.
And she was like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, That's Underwood.
He's the coolest.
He's the man."
Oh, you know what? We totally got sidetracked, as we are known to do. I wanted to make a point when talking about these rules that seem to be broken. A lot's changed in the 5 years. We have a lot more lady growers and children growers.
Yes.
So I think because of that,
We had to change up.
you know, and we've talked about it, one of our top growers is he's 10, 9?
Well, now.
Yeah. But he's been growing for 2 or 3 years. I mean, he raises $15,000 or something ridiculous.
Shout
every
out
year.
to Emmanuel.
Yeah. They made an award after him. I mean, kid's freaking awesome. There was a girl there last night, I heard she bought a whole like cup of stick-on mustaches and is like raising money and wearing different stick-on mustaches every day.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it.
So I think the rules have gotten a little more lax where it's like, if you can raise the money, raise the money. I don't understand how you raise the money if you already have a mustache, but some people are just great. Some people sell ice to Eskimos, and
I wish Major League Baseball understood this. You know, if you would,
In what way?
If you take the steroids, but
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
us all money, make the money.
yeah, I'm with you.
Go make the money.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at this.
No.
Go get the money.
Yeah.
Not mad at
But
it.
so yeah, that's where we are with the rules. I think if you can raise money by already having a mustache, knock yourself out.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at it.
I'm jealous.
I feel like I'm old school though.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm
We're
old
OGs,
school.
yeah.
Like I'm shaving on shave day.
Yeah.
I'm working, doing all the things right.
Yep.
I'm not making any money.
You need to be more Underwood.
I need to be more Underwood. I need $800 hat.
Yeah, that would just knock a huge chunk of your goal out right there.
I think I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to go
Bag on the street corner.
tell the plumber I'll match him.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you get money.
Yeah, the match. People love the match.
People love the match, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I'm gonna figure it out this year. I raised my goal. My goal.
What'd you raise your goal to?
Only 2,500, and I say only 2,500 because I look at all these people who raise like 10 grand and stuff, and I always put my goal in at 1,500.
Yeah.
And I usually eke to the goal on the last day. And I was like, you know what? Go
One
big
year
or go
you
home.
raised like 4,500 or something, didn't you? A couple years ago?
Because I had to match the fucking plumber's donation.
Yeah.
That hurt. I mean, 1,600 of that happened in a swoop.
Yeah.
That was brutal. He was like, how about 800? I was like, how about you leave?
How about you come get your Jeep and not take any more of my money?
No shit. He should just donate the Jeep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There you go.
I'm going to ask him. And then I'm going to change that automatic to a manual.
Take it up to your Earl Shives Mako guy and get that
Yellow
Bumblebee
taken
yellow
off.
taken out. Ugh.
That would be nice. That'd be nice. Or put stripes on it.
Get that chrome bumper off of it.
It's a rough looking Jeep. Which is why he doesn't mind
It's a
leaving
beater
it.
Jeep. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
But that's it. He goes, I just want a beater Jeep.
Yeah.
And I was like, but there's all these sweet Jeeps. He goes, yeah, the price is right. I'm going to take that yellow ass Jeep.
Yeah, that no one else wants.
Honestly, it's been good to him.
Yeah.
It's been good to him. You know what wasn't good to me?
What?
The one chip challenge.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we were going to go back to that.
So I feel bad that we made the listeners listen.
Yeah. Did you listen back to it?
I listened to some,
Yeah.
and I thought, boy, I didn't say much.
We sounded pretty bad. Joe did great. I give Joe some credit there. He did a pretty good color commentary on the whole thing.
For a guy that was thrown into a situation
Last minute.
who doesn't do podcasting a lot.
No. It's not easy. As if you've ever been on, you think it's easy to just talk. You really do.
It's not.
And we're here to tell you it's not.
It's not.
It's really not. And you've heard people fail miserably.
You've heard us.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've all done it. Sorry, I coughed in the mic. That's not very professional of me. No, I've done it. I mean, for sure. Like, the ball gets thrown your way, and you're like, oh, I can dribble and shoot. And then it's like,
Oops.
you hold it, you take 3 steps in one direction, and you
Knock it off your foot.
you punt it into the stands, 18 rows. You're like, I thought I was going to be good at this. No, but he did great considering we were fighting for our lives over here.
So I apologize to the listeners for having to listen to that. I wish you could have watched it, but I can't promise you that would have been all that much more exciting. Here's a quick recap. So we ate it. 10 seconds later, we both thought, we got this.
This is easy.
We got this. 20 seconds later, everything starts shutting down. Your eyes start watering. The drool starts coming, and you're still trying to get down that last bit that's in your mouth. And you're starting to think, is this going to get worse?
And the answer?
Spoiler. It's going to get far worse. It's going to get far worse. It ended up getting really, really bad. I was quite uncomfortable. And you fortunately had brought that probiotic yogurt.
The milk.
You know, you were prepped. I was going in cold because I was like,
you were like, I'll chase it back with a couple beers and be good.
I can never drink Hardywood Single ever again.
Oh, yeah, it ruined the taste, didn't it?
I may as well have gotten alcohol poisoning and vomited all night, Hardywood Single, because as it went down, now I associate that flavor with burning.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
It was brutal.
It was horrible.
I knew it was going to be bad.
You did, because I know you did, because you brought all that prep.
And I'm glad I did.
Me too.
Oh, my God.
And then you were over here spooning Pepto in your mouth.
Oh, dude, I was trying. I had heard honey. We both tried honey in the mouth.
Honey can suck it.
Yeah. That was not.
Milk and yogurt, those were good.
We tried bread. I could barely get the bread down.
Bread, I'll never eat bread. Bread and Hardywood.
I bought like a whole loaf of bread and I had like 2 bites of the heel and I was like, just give me the milk.
Yeah.
Like
the milk, I could put it in and I could get about 10 seconds of talking.
Yeah.
And then the burning would come back and the drool would come back. There was a whole puddle of drool.
You and I almost crushed a half gallon of milk.
Yeah, we were getting after it. We were partying. But what I didn't really, I thought about it, but I didn't realize the extent of it.
Yes.
Was if you put 1.4 million Scovilles in your body.
Yes,
your mouth rejects right away. But I didn't anticipate the level of rejection that would occur from esophagus down.
Yes.
All of that fell apart.
Yeah.
Fast. And I think because you chugged so much Pepto that it staved it off a little bit longer.
Yeah. I don't think I had it as bad as you did.
Because I remember I talked to you early the next morning because sleeping wasn't really...
No, neither one of us slept well.
Something I was going to do. Because
Yeah.
it all hurt so bad internally. And so I got up early the next morning and I was like, man, are you cramped up and belching fire and just shitting fire and just miserable? And you were like, no, I don't have it like that. And then it was like an hour later, you were like, oh, yo, bro, I got it like that.
Yeah. Well, we were texting Nick the next day because he had given it to us and we were basically cussing his name. And I think
because he's a friend.
Yeah, because that's what friends do. And I think you nailed it. We were talking about all the side effects, but our both number one with the bullet was the out of the blue, had no idea this was going to be the worst part of it. I mean, we probably both thought about it, but like the stomach cramp was a next level intense stomach cramp. It was
unbelievable.
it was like a contraction. It was like your stomach knotted up and then just stayed that way.
Yeah, it was, and it just stayed in
Pain.
that knot.
Yeah, it was just constant pain.
And as a bidet owner, I thought I am uniquely positioned to ride this out.
Literally.
Because I can just keep spraying water on my buttle.
Yeah.
Get through the fire. Didn't think about this. Now, when I purchased that bidet, I purchased it because it had the tankless water heater, which means from that first splash, it's warm water.
Yeah.
Which is critical 99.9% of the time.
Yeah.
I found the 0.1. That 0.1 is after you've ingested 1.4 million Scovilles.
You don't want warm water on your tush.
Dude, when you poop fire and then you hit it with hot water.
Oh, Lord.
It intensifies the effect because that hot water just
Fire
spreads
on
it
fire,
around.
yeah.
Fire on fire. Unbelievable.
They say you're supposed to fight fire with fire, but I don't think that's the case.
Dude, it's like, in the Solo stove, for those that have them, you get that afterburner effect, that secondary burn. When the bidet hits it with the warm water, it's the secondary burn.
Well, isn't your bidet, can't you control the water temp on that thing?
In retrospect, yes. But in the moment,
That was not.
the sheer pain.
Yeah.
It clouded all judgment and all realization that if you just turn over the remote, yes, there is a temp.
Okay.
Never occurred to me.
Yeah.
I was just freaking out.
I'm sure.
It got to the point where I stopped using the water and I would just do one quick wipe
Yeah.
and just let it be.
Just
and
bite, but just chew a piece of leather and just.
yeah, and there's a air dryer.
Yeah, there's a blower, right?
Blows warm air.
Too much.
Oh, I don't want warm air.
Yeah.
Oh, I need ice cold air.
Yeah, you want like AC air blowing on you.
I need a bidet that fires ice cubes into your ass. That's what I needed.
How long-
Dunk. Yeah. Oh, it's in there. We're good.
How long was it till you felt normal? Like stomach, head, like.
My stomach hurt from morning until late evening, I would say. And then I went out to, my wife wanted to go to happy hour. And so we went out to a place and she was like, oh, we should have mixed drinks. And I was like, yeah. And I started looking and all the mixed drinks are like, oh, we've got this like jalapeno infused simple syrup in here. And like all these other things.
Spicy drinks.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I got one that I was like, what's the least spicy? And she was like, oh, I would go with this one here. as soon as that drink hit my lips, I was like, oh, that's a little spicy. But when it went down, it burned and reactivated.
Oh, yeah.
All the shit, like more spice, like turned it back up. It was brutal, man. It was brutal. I would say it was later that evening, probably about 9:00 that I started like coming around. But at that point I'd had like 3-4 beers.
Yeah.
Which helps. But even those hurt.
I was going to say, it took me about 24 hours before I started to feel a little normalcy coming in.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. So, as a follow-up...
So when are we doing it again?
Tuesday. No, I'm not. I will never do the one chip challenge again.
No.
Now, I would recommend to anyone out there that they should try it.
Oh, you think?
I think there's only 2 things you should do.
I'm pretty sure said we wouldn't wish that on our worst enemies while we were in the heat of the moment.
Well, here's what I think should happen. You should either donate to M4K,
ooh,
or you should eat a one chip challenge. And if you do eat a one chip challenge and send me a video of it, then I'll donate $25 to myself.
Oh, I like that. That's a good angle.
There you go. I think that's what I'm willing to do. If you don't have the balls to just donate,
Yeah.
but you want to spend $10 on a one chip,
Yeah.
you eat the chip, you send me the video, I'll donate $25 to myself, and I'll write one chip challenge right there.
I like that. That's a good angle.
It's a fair way to do it. So you get more than double your money,
Yeah.
and you get bragging rights to all the teenagers in your neighborhood because they're the only ones who give a shit.
They're the only ones that care.
Yeah.
But for $10, they could just donate.
No,
That
you
what
can
you're
just
saying?
donate the
Yeah.
$10. But I'm saying if you want, instead of donating the $10, go buy a one chip, eat it,
Yeah.
and I'll donate $25 in your honor.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a pretty fair gauntlet to lay down. Like, that's not
That's what I'm saying. Right?
not like, give us $100. It's like,
No, if you want to spend 10, I'll make your 10 turn into 25.
yes, in your name.
All you have to do
Is eat the chip.
is eat the one chip challenge.
Or you could just donate $10.
Or just 25. Cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But I'm saying if everyone donated $10, that'd be pretty dope.
The amount of listeners we have, if everyone donated $10, I'd make my goal.
Oh, yeah.
I'd clear it. It'd be beautiful. But these schmucks won't. They'll eat
Exactly.
the fucking chip.
Will they?
If they all ate the chip and I got $25,
Then you'd be humped.
I'd be, oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Well, I'd crush my goal.
I bet the over-under on eating chips is 1.5.
I don't think any of these dudes have the balls to
That's
eat
why
the
I'm
chip.
setting it at 1.5. Like, there might be one. I don't think there'd ever be two.
No.
No. There could be one.
Not after the review we just gave him. I don't think we're helping the cause. You know, anytime you're having to like literally think about firing ice cubes up your butthole.
Well, you know what else I think? We didn't talk about this, but I think another thing that the chip itself is enough to fuck your stomach up, right?
Clearly.
But what if you added raw honey, a couple bites of bread, some Pepto-Bismol, some yogurt,
yeah.
a quarter gallon of milk? Yeah. I mean, beer. I mean, we pretty much made a smorgasbord of hell ingredients.
Into our gut.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not shocking.
Yeah, you're like, our bellies are having a couple beers. They're like, hey, it's Thursday night. This is what we do. Then we throw that one chip in there, and the stomach's like, holy hell, what are you doing? Then we throw some milk in, and it's like, okay, we're trying to fix the glitch here. And then we're chasing it with yogurt, and it's like, well, yeah, I kind of get that. And then we put raw honey in, and it's like, hold on, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah, this is very confusing.
Then we're like snotting and like rejecting everything we're trying to get down.
Yeah, and your body decides, okay, new plan. We're going to hemorrhage blood out your anus. if you're going to play that game at the top of the funnel, we're going to play this game at the bottom of the funnel.
The stomach's like, I'm trying to fix the glitch, but I'm just cramped in one big knot right now, and I can't do anything.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
All right, more honey, more blood.
Yeah.
It was not great.
You didn't want to sleep tonight, did you, friendo? Like,
Yeah. Hey, we're up, you're up.
yeah, exactly.
Buddy
I'm
boy.
working overtime.
Yeah, we're all going to put in some hours.
I think that was the night I literally went home and just sat.
Well, you told me.
Yeah, I sat up till like 2 a.m. I went home. I got home at like midnight, and I just sat in my man room, and just I wasn't even watching TV. I was just looking at my phone, just like wide awake. I think my body was shocked. You stayed up till like after 1, I think.
I couldn't sleep, man.
Yeah.
It didn't feel well.
No. Then at 2 o'clock, I like forced myself to go to bed.
Yeah, and then you wake up
Yeah.
a couple hours later.
Feeling like crap.
Like, hey, we're still cramping.
Yeah.
I think you got enough sleep. Mind you wake on up.
I'm going to make you pay for doing this to me.
Yeah. Now, if you think you're a tough guy, you think that we're kidding, go do it.
How genius is that, though, really? Make one spicy chip, probably cost them 37 cents to fucking make and package, sell it for $10, and just make it a cool internet challenge, and then every dumbass in the world goes out and buys it.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
Is it $10 a chip, or is it $5 a chip?
It's $10 a chip is my understanding.
Okay.
I've never purchased
Yeah,
one.
we didn't buy them.
Never purchased one.
I've seen them. I walked right by them.
I might have to keep a few in here and just be like, hey, there's a $25 bill.
Yeah, who wants
right there. Eat it. I'll donate it.
Not a bad idea.
The gauntlet's down.
Let's see who takes it.
Nobody.
No one.
No one's taking it.
No one.
But I hope somebody does.
Or I hope I hope a bunch of people throw $10 our way. I'll take that. Because they're saying that's a tip of the cap. Like, I appreciate that you guys did this. Here's my $10 for you, sir.
Yeah, and I will not be matching that. You eat that
Yeah.
fucking chip. Then I'm in.
Yeah.
I will financially get behind you.
I'm with you. I back this idea.
I like it.
I think you can do it.
I'm excited.
I don't think anybody's going to eat the chip.
I don't think anyone is either. I will give these listeners a little credit. They're smarter than that. Not saying they're smart.
Yeah.
They're smarter than that.
I had a buddy who was like, y'all should have recorded that. You could have gone viral. I was like, first off, I never want to go viral.
Not for that.
Second off, do you know how many dumbasses have done that? Like a gajillion idiots have eaten the one chip and videoed it
Yeah.
and put it online. Like,
I want to go viral.
and we had some reactions, but we weren't like, I saw some of them. There were like kids puking, passing out, like ambulance being called. Like it was some bad stuff. So like,
Yeah, well, those kids are pussies.
overall, we handled it fairly well. I mean, we continued talking and like we're aware of our surroundings. We didn't hallucinate or anything, but
not,
it was
not
pain.
during the podcast.
No.
I feel like there might have been some mild hallucinations late night.
Yeah. I was worried when you thought it got in your eye. That's what really worried me.
Dude, don't get it in your eye.
Yeah.
Don't get in your eye. We were cleaning our hands, though. We were being good. We
Yeah.
had
I
wipes.
brought the baby wipes.
Yeah, you
that
had
was a
all the stuff,
lifesaver.
man. You had all the stuff. I was glad. I did wake up after that first shit. I had like preparation H, like the witch hazel.
Oh, yeah.
I was witch hazel in my buttle. The whole thing, man.
I bet that felt nice.
I can tell you, I have not found a situation in which witch hazel in your butthole doesn't feel good.
Nice.
That is a nice. That's some nice stuff.
Does you just right.
It does. It does. Well, Troy, I think we've given them enough.
I think so.
I think we've done plenty this evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance to head over to Nectar Sunglasses, please do so. Check them out. You can drop Abacus in the coupon code, and you will get 20% off your
Saw
sunglasses.
him last night. He is alive, dear listeners. I know you're worried.
Yes, the Abacus is here.
Yeah, he's around.
The Abacus is here. And if you do need a mortgage right now, I know the market is tough, but that's all the more reason why you need someone who gives a shit and will help you through it. Head over to Screen Door Mortgage and ask for Jimmy. He'll take care of you. Let him know that you came from the podcast. And if you want to do something good this month, please do. Head over to m4krichmond.org. Look up the Inside the Pallet House team. Find your favorite or second favorite, if that's me, and donate to them. and donate to us. Honestly, it really does go to a good cause, and we're glad to be doing it, but it's your support that makes it all go. So thank you guys so much. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?